Welcome back. Now that we have seen the basics of financial statements, we'll now look at how we can actually analyze balance sheets. There are essentially two tools to make this analysis. These tools are known as the common size analysis and the balance sheet ratios. In this video, we are going to look at what is known as a common size analysis of the balance sheet. In a later video, we'll look at the ratio analysis. Now, analysis of a company's balance sheet provides insights into the company's liquidity and solvency. Let's first understand these terms liquidity and solvency. Liquidity refers to a company's ability to meet its short-term financial commitments. Assessment of liquidity requires evaluating a company's ability to convert assets to cash and to pay for operating needs. On the other hand, solvency refers to a company's ability to meet its financial obligations over the long term. Assessment of solvency requires evaluating a company's financial structure and its ability to pay long-term financial obligations. Now let's understand the tools for analyzing the balance sheet one by starting with the common size analysis. A vertical common size analysis involves stating each balance sheet item as a percentage of total assets. Common size statements are useful in comparing the company's balance sheet composition over time and across companies in the same industry. Let's look at an example. Now this table has balance sheets of three hypothetical companies. Company C with assets of 9.75 million is much larger than Company A and Company B, both of which have 3.25 million in assets. Let's look at a common size balance sheet for these three companies, which we use to compare these companies. Now this is the common size balance sheet for these three companies. What you can see here is that most of the assets of Company A and Company B are current assets. However, Company A has nearly 60% of its total assets in cash and marketable securities, while Company B has only 6%. Hence, Company A is more liquid than Company B, since it can quickly meet any cash obligation that may arise in its usual course of business. Next, we see that the Company A has not much of a current liability, as its current liabilities are less than 10,000, while it has a cash of 1 million, which is more than sufficient to meet any near-term financial obligation it might have. In contrast, Company B has 2.5 million in current liabilities, which actually exceeds the available cash of only 200,000. To pay these near-term obligations, Company B will need to collect some of its account receivable, sell more of its inventory, or maybe, if this does not materialize, it may need to borrow from a bank or raise long-term capital. Company C also looks more liquid than Company B, as it holds over 30% of its total assets in cash and short-term marketable securities. At the same time, Company C's current liabilities are only 6.2% of the total assets. Also, we note that the Company C's 3.3 million in cash and short-term securities is substantially more than its current liabilities of 600,000. But if we were to look at the solvency, we see that 98.5% of Company C's assets are financed with liabilities. If Company C experiences significant fluctuation in cash flows, it may not be able to pay interest and principal on long-term liabilities. Hence, Company A is a lot more solvent than Company C because it has less than 1% of assets financed with liabilities. The common size balance sheet analysis may also reveal difference in a company's strategy. So in this case, by comparing the asset composition, we see that the Company C has made a greater proportion investment in property, plant and equipment, probably because it manufactures more of its products in-house. On the other hand, presence of goodwill in case of Company B balance sheet signifies that it has made one or more acquisitions in the past, as any excess price paid over the assets of a target company are recorded as goodwill on the balance sheet. In general, the common size analysis is useful for cross-sectional analysis, that is comparing companies with each other for a particular time period or comparing a company with an industry or sector data. In this video, we have broadly covered common size analysis of balance sheet. In the next video, we are going to look at the common size analysis of income statement.